Hey Virgos, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for supporting the channel. So we're going to go ahead and get a message from your ancestors and your angels. Now, this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates for you, Virgos, and leave the rest. Anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. Thanks to those who do reach out for those, and thanks to those who donate to the channel, and to those of you who do subscribe. It's very much appreciated. So I do hope that everybody is doing well, okay, Virgos? Now, just before I was coming in to record, they kind of threw a song on me, and I had to go and listen to the song. It's a song that, most people know, okay? Once I tell you what the song is, you're going to be like, okay. But I had to go and see what was the reasoning behind it. Now, I don't know, Virgos, if some of you in here are kind of feeling almost like alone, right? I don't know if you kind of feel like you're in an energy where you kind of feel misunderstood, or you don't have anybody that maybe you can reach out to or talk to, right? I'm hearing offload. So I don't know, maybe some of you do need to release something. But yeah, so anyway, the song that they gave me is a song by Michael Jackson in his younger days. And it was the song Ben. Now, I just wrote down just a little bit, okay? Now, if you want to go hear the rest, you can go and listen to the song. But I feel like I will put out a trigger warning for that because, it may get you in your emotions, especially if this energy is resonating with you. So the first bit I wrote down, he says, obviously we know that, maybe some of you have been really drawn close to your pets at this time as well, because isn't he talking about a rat or a mouse or something like that? But it says, when the two of us need look no more, it says, we both found what we were looking for. With a friend to call my own, I'll never be alone. And you, my friend, will see you've got a friend in me. Then he goes on to say, Ben, you're always running here and there. You feel like you're not wanted anywhere. If you ever look behind and don't like what you find, there's something you should know. You've got a place to go. And then he says, I used to say I and me. Now it's us. Now it's we. So it could either be saying, right, like I said, for some of you, maybe there is someone you want to reach out to. Maybe you are fearful. For others of you, well, you just really feel like, no, I don't have anybody. I can't trust anybody at this time. Spirit says, well, do you know what? Trust us. There is always somebody. God is always there. Your ancestors and your angels are always there. I'm hearing Spirit say they have been since birth. So let us see what comes out in your message. What do we have for my Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. So let's get a card from Archangel Michael. Let's see what he may be trying to help you with at this time. What do we have for Virgo? It's almost like the energy I'm getting is like Spirit is saying it's time for someone to face forward now, or move forward, go forward. And I wish you could see the advert that is behind me that just came on, right? It's literally like an advert about a Range Rover. And you know that Range Rovers are kind of built for, I want to say, it's like heavy duty, right? So anything you've been through, Virgo, Spirit is saying, listen, you can keep going. It's that energy where they're kind of making me feel like Spirit gives the strongest battles or the hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. Give me a card for Virgo. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, it says, let go of fear now. I believe this came out last week. And it says, Archangel Michael, please help me feel safe and deserving of your guidance. Thank you for clearing me of heavy, toxic, and ego-based thoughts or feelings. Do you know what I'm hearing Spirit say as well? It's almost like an energy of retreating or surrendering. Or like it says, just letting something go. Don't you see yourself as you failed at something. See it as that wasn't meant for you. Right? The card coming out for you, Virgos. It says, ask Archangel Michael to help you with this situation. So it says, Archangel Michael, thank you for assisting me with, and it says, describe your own personal situation. It says, please help me be filled with faith and peace at all times. So again, it kind of makes me want to revert back to the song. So again, I advise some of you maybe to go and listen to it. I do see maybe somebody shedding some sort of tears over the song, but maybe these are tears or energy that you need to release. Give me a card for my Virgos, a card for now and a card for going forward. What is the message from their ancestors and their angels? I'm seeing, I think this is a He-Man. I haven't watched it for a hot minute. But I'm hearing, doesn't it kind of look like, isn't that like a pose or something like He-Man would do or something? It's like I'm hearing, I've got the power. Is that He-Man? Show me more. What do we have for Virgo? What are we getting stuck on? The answers you need are coming and adjustments are required. Give me a clear message. That was clear. And thank you. Got bring love into the situation here. Just ignore that little light. I don't know. I think it's something to do with the cameras or whatever. I'm not the cameras, the candles. I don't know. But anyway, your first card coming out is the answers. Oh, it came out. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. That makes me think of communication. Okay. So maybe some sort of wise counsel. Maybe you listen to something that kind of, you know, rings some sort of bells in your head or helps you to see something from a different perspective. But the answers you need are coming. And then you also have coming out, it says, hold your vision. Yeah, I'm hearing that Home Alone. Don't get scared now. Give me one card from the astrology. What is the strongest energy here for my Virgos? What is it that I need to know, Spirit? Just one card. Or two. Thank you, Spirit. So I do see Neptune energy at the bottom of the deck. I am noticing the number 10 as well. And I am noticing the word sacrifice. So is there something here that you need to let go of? Right? It could be a person. It could be a place. It could be a thing. It could be a mindset. But let's see your two cards that came out. Yeah, look at that. Didn't we just see bring love into the situation at the bottom of the deck? Now you have the actual card love here. Venus energy. And then you have Aries. It says, I am. And the Aries energy straight away gave me this energy of action. Okay. So let's get the meanings for these two cards. Give me a second. Okay, Virgos. So let us start with the answers you need are coming. So it says, this card is a reminder that it's important to speak your truth. But remember that your words have consequences and impact your listener. Right now, you need to guard against indiscretion. The answers you need may well come soon. The issue you're facing could well be one or a few conversations away from being resolved. If you are inquiring about love situation, a little flirting may be called for. If you're in the middle of an argument, this card comes to you as a reminder of the old, very non-Gemini message. Least said, soonest mended. It's good to talk, but be careful you aren't causing yourself any issues with your words. Your words have enormous power. It says your word is your wand. You create magic and your own reality every time you express yourself. So be careful of the words that you say, okay? Now it says the teaching. It says talk, talk, and more talk. As an emotional full moon moves into communicative sign of Gemini, it's too easy to say too much. So mind how you go if you pull this card. This card can also indicate an enjoyable social event, since the full moon in Gemini is a great time for socializing. This card also urges well for any study. It says you're either taking or considering. Okay. Now, let us get hold the vision out of the way, because these two cards are quite interesting. So, hold your vision, which is the outcome going forward. It says there are two main possibilities with this card. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. The second, very different interpretation, is that something is stuck. That could well be referring to the situation you're asking about. If that's the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheels so that events move forward. Are you being stubborn? If so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Be the one to break a deadlock. With two interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. This offers up a chance for some self-reflection. Now, these two cards, and I've always kind of said throughout my videos, right, that Spirit's been trying to get me to get into like astrology, and I've been like, yeah, yeah. But some way, somehow, they were going to find a way, right? So this is an astrology deck that was given to me. And what's the word I want to use? I find it very intriguing, okay? So you had come out was Venus, love, number 4. Okay, and the number 4 would make me think of almost like the 4 of Wands. So union, marriage. I heard a spouse. That's kind of the same thing as marriage, right? Or just you coming into some higher level of commitment. But it could also represent this energy of just you being satisfied, secure, right? Some of you, there may be something here about a home or relocating. But Venus. So I'm not going to read a lot of it, right? Because it is quite lengthy, the explanations for each card in this book. But this is giving me some strange energy where I just read this bit where it says, where is it? It says that Venus is also kind of related to or known as the Roman goddess Freya. And it talks about how Venus, with her charms, how she's kind of at one point seduced Lucifer. But this was before he had fallen as an angel. This is when he was still an angel. But it's given me almost like an energy of like somebody's love or someone's aura or something like that. It's almost like taming the beast in somebody. I know it sounds weird, but it's kind of the vision that I'm getting. But let's read the brief. It says card in brief. It says matters of the heart. It says feelings of comfort, a need to be coded or comforted, the feeling of not wanting to be rushed, a need to relax, become more balanced and contented, sweets, money. In the checks, it says checks in the mail, being paid or rewarded for something, handmade or handcrafted, a gift of money or jewelry, luxury items, a new look, new clothes, fashion, feeling suddenly more attractive to others, romantic gestures, sexual propositions, a new chance at love, caving into romance. It says pressure, feeling loved, being admired. It says looked over, friendship, popularity, publishing poems or short stories. It says love potions, dealing with cosmetics, perfumes, oils, improvements, and it says improvements made to the home. Now it says in the traditional tarot, this Venus card represents the Empress. So, And it's paired up with this Aries energy. And like I said, the Aries energy makes me think about action. But now I'm thinking about Aries is like that warrior energy, almost like it can represent, yes, passion, but anger and things like that. So with this love energy, are you taming the beast in someone? Are you taming the beast in yourself? Are you stepping more into that high vibrational energy, which is love? Realizing that fighting against something and being angry doesn't really get you anywhere. It just takes up a lot of energy. So it says key ideas: comforts, love, beauty, eating, sensing, relating, expensive purchases. Number 4. Now I'm noticing that on this Aries card, it is a number 13, which would represent the death card. So is this, almost went to say, is this like a death to someone's ego? Someone could have Aries highly aspected in their chart. So the Aries card, it says the Aries card says it's okay to push now. Just don't push too hard. It says Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and the energy of this card is that of dynamic trailblazer. It says Aries is the fire of creation. This means Arians can be highly creative since they are impatient. It says they are also blunt and to the point. It says they make no effort to pretend to be something other than what they are. Anyway, you have the Aries card in brief. Acting without thinking, assuming the role of leader. Sorry. It says demanding to be the most important one, not wanting to be wrong, being rash, being in a rush, being provoked or tested, facing challenges that stir into action, bumping your head, having headaches, sports, athletes, team, players. It says being number one in the game, seeing everything in a competition, as a competition, wanting to prove you're the best. It says coming out on top, winning, taking chances with good results, being arrogant, losing your temper, combat, weapons, fight, trouble. What the hell? God just created a little angry person. What's going on? Balance. Balance is needed. And this could be someone you're dealing with. Take it how it resonates. But I feel like this may be a message for you. So it says troublesome people dealing with insults. It says from insensitive people. It says purchasing fast, big or loud items, the color red, orange and bright blue, thunder and lightning, sudden storms, trips into the mountains, exploring enchanted territories. It says the vastness of nature, a love of large or strong animals. So corresponding tarot card is the Ace of Wands. So again, this energy of new beginnings, but I'm getting different energies from this Aries, right? I feel like for some of you, again, there's some of you where you need to take some sort of action here. Okay? I don't know if it's you needing to take action to bring love back into the situation. Like the card at the bottom of the deck, is it still there? It absolutely is. But it says Ace of Wands. It's probably why this 13, and we picked up the Death card. Right? Endings, new beginnings. Some of you need to let something go. You being angry about it, you holding on to this energy of animosity is causing you some sort of stagnation. For others of you, you need to take action towards these businesses that you are thinking of, these ideas, these creative ideas, these things that you want to start off as hobbies that you're going to be surprised that they grow into something big. Every week, I feel like I get up here and I say, it's time. And it's not just you guys, you know, behind the scenes when the cameras are off, all I got behind me is my spirit guy saying, hey, it's time, it's time, it's time. Like, it's time to start the gym. It's time to change your diet. It's time to take more water. It's time to get outside more. All right, I get it. So I understand how you feel. It says key ideas. It says competition, zest, lust, speed, It says feeling stirred. It says being a leader, weapons and sports. So let's get the rest of your cards. How long have we been talking for? Oh, 20 minutes. All right. The answers you need are coming. What's the message here for my Virgos? What is the message here for Virgo Spirit? I just had Ray just come out and sit outside my door. And I've spoken about Ray before. Ray is my next door neighbor's cat. And Ray only has 3 legs, okay? And that could even be another sign why Ray has come and sit there. Because even though Ray has 3 legs, right, he survived a car accident. And even though he has 3 legs, it doesn't stop him from coming out and still exploring, right? He hasn't given up on life, right? I've seen Ray still been able to, and I don't know how he got up there, but I've still seen him on like the little shed rooftop. So he's still going forward, right? And it doesn't mean that some of you may have had some sort of physical accident. Some of you may have, right? But it talks about being just your heart being hurt. The Spirit is saying, don't give up here. Keep going. 6 of fire. It says victory. It says good news is on the way. It says public recognition or rewards. You have the Knight of Earth. Yeah, even if it is at a very slow pace. But slow and steady wins the race. It says time to buckle down and get things done. It says honor your commitments. It says a guardian angel. You are not alone. Show me more. You have the King of Air. Okay, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy out here. But this talks about you stepping into some sort of professional role. When I think of the King of Air, I think of someone who has clear communication. I think of someone who is standing in their truth. The King of Air can very much represent Archangel Michael. And with you just having a card saying a guardian angel, I'm hearing let me lead the way. It's almost like a vision of, it's like I'm getting a vision here, right? Where it's almost like this energy, and it could be a metaphor, right? Because who can really say what Archangel Michael looks like? It's almost like him going ahead of it. Okay, I don't know about that light, but hey, listen. It's like him going ahead of you and like, say it's like the enchanted forest, or it's like him going away ahead of you and cutting down all these trees and giving you a path. All you got to do is walk behind him or walk beside him. But it says speak your mind with confidence. It says seek out professional advice. It says balance mental and emotional considerations here. Give me one more. Oh, okay. Coming out strong, Virgo. Hermit and the Queen of Wands. This is telling me that you need to move in confidence. This is about not underestimating yourself, whether you are male or female. Or maybe you have a Queen of Wands energy around you, right? That will help you to assert yourself. That's what the card says. To help you find that creativity. Or this is Spirit saying that's inside of you. But you have to come out of this hermit energy. Overthinking. It's like some of you, yeah, you may have been spending time on your own, right? To gather or to receive the answers that you need or the guidance that you need. But I feel like some of you may have found it with this King of Air energy out here. It's time for the action. So it says spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. And then the Queen of Fire says, stretch your wings and fly. It says, don't underestimate yourself. It says, assert your independence and creativity. There goes that light. Some of you, I feel like you're meant to be seen. Maybe some of you are meant to be in some sort of spotlight. It's making me think of the song from, I can't hear the words though, but I can see the song, Strange. I think it's that song from Jennifer Hudson. Isn't it called Spotlight? But I can't hear the words, Strange. It's like, maybe this is going to fall on deaf ears, but hey. What's hold your vision? The Eight of Water. So the Eight of Water talks about leaving a certain situation to go and find what fulfills you. This is going on a journey or solo journey to find your desires. It says a desire to move on. It says a search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. Show me more. We have the Queen of Earth coming out here. Some of you, even with this card going to sit in front of this Eight of Cups like this, I feel like there may be someone as well that wants to come towards you. But take that how it resonates. It says make time for make time for those around you. It says take a sensible approach. It says deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Show me more. What is hold your vision? You could be helping someone to hold their vision. You could be helping someone to overcome some sort of challenges and obstacles with these mountains. You have the Eight of Earth. So this is about studying, but this also talks about some of you have already mastered something. Some of you may be about to be discovered here for some sort of high quality work with the Eight of Earth. Don't give up on something. Steer the course. It says skilled work is rewarded. It says learning all there is to know about a topic. Going back to school. That's what I was hearing. This was about an hour, or was it even last night? I can't remember if it was early this morning or last night. I kept hearing back to basics. Back to basics. And I was thinking, oh yeah, I have to write that down because I don't know what that means, but I kept hearing it and then I ended up forgetting. And then I was sitting here and I was trying to think before I pressed record. I was trying to think, in spirit, I know you had a message, but what was it? What was it? And I couldn't remember. And then that's when I heard the Ben song. But back to basics. Now, the back to basics was making me feel like some of you may have to start something again, right? Again, this energy of maybe some sort of a new chapter. Aries energy, I am. The Death card. You going through maybe it's some sort of metamorphosis. An awakening for some of you. Some of you may even be going through some sort of energy of like an initiation. Confirmation. Yeah. I like when they answer me. All right. Show me more. What do we have for Virgo? You have the Two of Fire. The Two of Fire talks about, to me, making a choice. It says you've come into your own. It says new partnerships or contracts. It says continue to move forward. But why is this Two of Wands almost making me feel like a halt energy? It reminds me of one of the cards. I don't know which. I don't think I have the deck out here. But it reminds me of one of the cards where it's almost like you see, is it a little girl or a woman standing at the gate, and it's just for her to go through the gate. But it's almost like standing there and just looking at it. Let me just see. It might be in this deck. I know you lot are like, girl, we don't need to see. Well, I'm showing you anyway, girl. You have, look, the Fool card, and it's actually the Fool card. And the Fool card, look at, see how it's a 0? It's that reset button. You see how she's about to go out the gate and she's looking at the sun? But she's not alone, do you see? She has a dog with her. And all the dog for me represents is that energy of your ancestors and your angels showing you loyalty, commitment. And you see how the dog is slightly behind her? It's like spirit saying, well, we need you to take a step first. And we're right behind you. But show me more. Yeah, I'm hearing the way has been cleared for you. 9 of fire. Don't give up. Protect that which you have created. It says have courage and believe in yourself. But give me one more. Landing on the Hermit is the 4 of air. Oh, Lord. So, the 4 of air, right? Okay, Virgos. Now, sometimes I can see the 4 of air as an energy of maybe somebody suffering in silence. It can, yes, talk about healing and meditating and things like that, you know, rest. Maybe some of you do need that, or maybe you've had too much of that. I'm hearing no more wallowing in self-pity. Just take what resonates for you, okay? I'm not speaking to just one person. I don't want anybody having a whole tantrum behind the camera. I am not in self-pity. Listen, it's okay. It's all right. It says meditation. It says time to rest or take a vacation. It says allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. Give me one on that 4 of Swords. Give me one on that 4 of Swords. Not the King of Earth. Give me one more. Masculines, you and your feelings. Look at that. There we go. There we go. That's what I want to see. You got the King of Earth, and what is coming out with him? The Emperor. Isn't this... I just... that sounded like a song. But I was going to say, isn't this ironic? I'm seeing number 4 here on this Emperor. We have a 4 on this Venus, love. On the Aries, it's number 13. Boils down to a 4. 444 is a number of protection. I'm actually going to Google it for you. I feel like this may be a message. Yeah, definitely maybe a message for the masculines. Trying to say 2 words there at the same time. Maybe some of you are trying to do too much at one time. Trying to please too many people. What about you? So angel number 444. Listen. It says, the angel number 444 typically signifies stability, hard work, and the support of your angels or the universe. It suggests you're on the right path and encourages you to build a strong foundation for your goals, whether in love, career, or finances. It's a positive sign or encouragement and reassurance indicating that your angels are nearby and guiding you. So it says 444 is also associated with the power of manifestation, suggesting that you can create the life you desire by taking inspired action and staying positive. So yeah, I feel like a masculine is about to step into his power. It says a successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered. It says the Midas touch. And then you have the Emperor. It says organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. So maybe some of you do have a lot going on, and you know, maybe the 4 of air is just about you taking some sort of time out. So let us move forward. Let us get some advice for when it comes to love for my Virgos. What is the advice in love? Now, especially if you have maybe a specific question, okay, maybe you can answer that question in your head, see what advice they give you. I am hearing the number 3. That could be significant. So the first card coming out, it says it's up to you. Energy, advice for love. You have forgiveness. And one more. You have perfect timing. And then we also have in the near future. Give me one for in the near future. You have get more information. So that is your advice for love. An opportunity at the bottom of the deck, and look for a sign. Listen to your intuition. So Spirit, is there anything that you want my Virgos to kind of be aware of at this time? I'm hearing 3, so we'll go for this pile. Just 6 cards. Anything you want them to be aware of. Whether it has to do with them, whether it has to do with someone else. We have, and it is coming in the reverse, but it says tree. It says affairs with your family. Just 6 cards. Thank you, Spirit. You have heals. It says obstacles to overcome. I'm hearing that song. I don't care how you get there. Just get there if you can. There are hills and mountains between us. I'm hearing that bit where she says, if I had a way, surely you would be closer. I need you closer. So it could be your ancestors saying they need you closer to them. Take it how it resonates. But what's the energy here? What do they need to be aware of? Show me. What are we getting stuck on? Happiness. We're getting stuck on happiness, Virgos. It's almost like I want to say you have to make your own happiness a priority here. What's tree? We have the flute coming out, and it says disappointment in a friend or lover. What's the heels? Obstacles to overcome. And it's funny, right? Because in this heels, right, you see how the sun is trying to peak there? It's like it's just trying to come up. And then in happiness, look at it. Almost looks like it's full in the sky with the birds flying around it. What's heels, Spirit? I just, damn, is someone like horror movies? I just heard the hills have eyes. I believe that's a horror movie. That's okay. Anyway, you have bread. It says period of prosperity and abundance, but you should accept valid criticism. So is money an issue here? Obstacles to overcome with a period of prosperity and abundance. There's some sort of finances coming towards someone. You should accept valid criticism. This makes me feel like someone wants to have a conversation with somebody, but they're afraid. What's this happiness? What is this happiness, Spirit? Why are we getting stuck on the good cards? Oh. The finger. Warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. I don't know. Maybe this reading is a warning for someone. But let's thank you. So, yeah. What's happiness? You got the yoke. Yoke. It says feeling tied down or frustrated. Pay attention to your health. Then in the reverse, but you have pineapple, reconciliation. So let's get a card to end out this reading for my Virgos. How do you want to end this reading, Spirit? We just saw that King of Pentacles and the Emperor, right? Like I said, it's time for someone to step into their power, find balance, especially when it comes to your emotional, mental, and physical needs. All right, Isis. What do we have for my Virgos? How do you want to end this reading? You've got the knots of Isis. And it says energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. And you've got the rising sun at the bottom of the deck. So let's see what it says. Okay, so we're going to read the meaning here. Knot of Isis. Now, I just read it, and I don't know if masculines, I don't know if you're feeling some sort of strong pull, maybe to a divine feminine energy, but just take what resonates, okay? So it says, each initiate has their own unique spiritual blueprint with particular skills, talents, and higher destinies unfolding that use their unique attributes. Part of your spiritual blueprint is a special relationship to the energies of the goddess. This means that not only do you have the important spiritual task of helping her thrive in this world, but you are offered her power, protection, and abundance too. You are now deepening your connection to her. It says, you are under the spiritual guidance and protection of the divine feminine. Part of your high destiny this lifetime is to heal and flourish through the divine feminine in her many forms, especially in those forms that truly resonate and hold meaning to you. This healing will happen on your personal path and may well be part of the work that you offer in service to the world. This oracle brings special indication that your soul is braiding or twinning with the divine feminine energies in particular form. For some, that will be a specific goddess, and the energetic process will often be strong and deep. The initiate will feel as if you are integrating the part of the goddess that is not just in them, but is part of their own consciousness. It is a deeply personal, spiritual, powerful, and beautiful growth experience for the soul. This process does not make you lose your individuality. If it is happening in a genuine way, you will not believe yourself to be the goddess in question. You will instead experience her as part of your own being and your being as part of her. You are mine and I am yours. That's what it made me think of. You will not cease to exist as an individual light, and yet you will have grown more into divine communion with the sacred divine feminine. So it says, for others, there will be a sense of the divine feminine in many forms and faces, and you will enjoy her variety and vastness as you grow spiritually. You will not sense a particular goddess so much. You feel a deepening soul connection and awakening to the divine feminine principle, which is the animating force behind all goddesses' energies. So let us read the incarnation. And it says, you can say this incarnation to assist with any energetic fluctuations and their symptoms, such as headaches, problems, regulating body temperature, and after energy work, and times when you sense something is happening within your own energy body and just want additional support. It is useful at the beginning of the healing visualization above. So it says, in unconditional love, I call forth the Isis knot. I am held in love like a babe in a cot. The buckle of the beloved has me secure, as my energy field now does mature. The goddess within my body and soul, the knot of Isis helps me grow whole. So, that is what I've picked up here today, Virgos. I do hope that something has resonated with you guys, okay? Or giving you confirmation or even clarity. If it has, I do ask that you hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. But if this is where we part, guys, stay safe. Love and light, Virgo.